We are going to make a website. We are going to design a website inside HTML and CSS. We are going to use some nice and cool things in CSS so you can make some clean looking websites. Guys, if you're like making websites, you have to make them unique and great looking. That's what sells today. I mean, just copying the things from internet and all those things will not work. You have to start working, and you can come up with some amazing results, clean results. So here is a kind of website that's simple, and anyone, I mean a beginner can do this, can design this, and can feel the confidence like, yeah, I can make something like this. I can put this thing on my portfolio and I can show it to the people. I can make it for others, and maybe, I mean, there are endless things that you can do with this thing. So here is what this website has got. This is kind of simple website. It has a logo. It's kind of just a rough sketch that I did, and it has kind of links where they go to the other pages. But here we will not go because we are making it simple, keeping it simple. And on the right side we have this icon. This is an icon from Font Awesome here, so I will teach you how to use that also. I have made a video on how to use the Font Awesome in your HTML and CSS project. That will be very helpful for you. Then we have a banner. It's a kind of simple banner. I also made a tutorial and like on how to make this banner, so you can check that video also. Here is the name, here's a kind of introduction, and there's a button, kind of nice looking button that says download the app if you have an app. Now there are some products, like you can show them. Here's an image, they have a name, description, then this button. This is a kind of form that you need to learn, guys. You have to put these things. Just putting an images and text and all those things will not help much, but putting some forms will also give some boost. So here is a button to buy, and these are like 3 images that I have put, and underneath we have today's recipes. They are like circular images. I will tell you how to make circular images in CSS, and they look fine, they look great. And underneath we have a footer that has some icons. Simple as that. If you can do this, you can do, I mean, any kind of website. So let's begin. First of all, I have like, let me show you. I already have done this website. I will do it again from scratch up. I'm not just making it up. So here is what I did everything. Here is the HTML file. Here is the CSS folder where I have the CSS style file, and I will come out of this. I duplicated this one, but inside this folder we do not have HTML file and the CSS file. Also inside the CSS file I'm using Font Awesome. When you download the Font Awesome, in that folder where you download, you need to copy these two things and put them into a folder, then bring them to your CSS folder in the website, like what I did. Inside a folder FA, I have these two things, and this FA folder is inside my CSS directory. Simple as that. Now come to the code editor. I am using VS Code. We will create a new file and we will save it. When we are going back to the desktop inside the website that we are going to do today, we will call this index.html. that you have to write HTML. That is very important. We will create another file by either by going to the file and new file, or just command and or control, and then again save this and save this to the CSS folder and give it the name of style.css, like that. Now inside the HTML file, just write, press shift 1 or shift exclamation mark, then enter or tab. The bare bones have come up. Now what you have to do when you install this VS Code, you have to go here, put HTML over here, search, and this will suggest you all the things that you can install for designing things. HTML snippets, CSS. These things will boost your work, will speed up. So do that, okay? Don't just write everything from ground. We do not want this to say organic document. We want to say it organic food. So where is this going to be displayed? We have created the file. If I click on this now, it will open with the default browser. Now here you can see the organic foods. Right now we do not have anything on our page. It's just a kind of blank page, and let's put some content so it starts making sense to us. Now first we have to add the CSS. Just put link and href mean where is our CSS file. It's inside a folder called CSS, and we have to access that like this, style.css, like this. This is the name of a folder. Then you put this, and this is here. Now we have to access that font awesome file as well. So where is that? Inside CSS file, then we have folder, I mean, then we have a folder called fa, then have another folder CSS, then we have the file all.min.css. Save it and let me show you where this is coming from. I mean, it might be confusing for you. This is the CSS folder, this is the fa folder, this is the CSS folder, and this is the file. Why we are using only this? Because this is compressed. Let me show you how it is. Like this, it loads very fast, just like that. So just don't worry about it, do not get confused. Just come back. Now in the HTML file we have added these things. We will need to now create the things in the body where everything happens. First of all, we need the header. Header is given by the HTML itself, so we do not have to like create divs and all those things. We will use header and we will give it a class name header only because we want to keep things easy for us. Inside the header, what we want? First of all, we want that menu where it says this some like these navigation links, so we will call that links links. Okay, first of all we need the logo, so img, and we are going to give it an ID of logo. Just put the hash logo and it will type like this. We have to put the img folder name, and what is the name of that logo file. It could be anything, but I have a very kind of simple logo file inside img. I am using this I dot, oh no, it's not I, it's l, it's l.png. Always write what is this in the alt. That's very important. I mean, that's very good for SEO purpose and all those things. Underneath this we need those links, links. Now I am putting links dot links. That will create a div for me. I have a div. Now inside the div we need links. We are going to give them some class, maybe n links, navigation links. And now where we are going to direct them to, like google.com and all those? No, nowhere. So we are just putting the hash mark, and now we need to give it a name. What are the names that we have over here? We have about, products, why us, and contact. So it's about. We do not need to write this again and again. Just duplicate about, then products, products, and oh, and then what is here? Why us and contact. That is done. Now we need this thing. We need to use the font awesome's icon. That, oh, just put the I, enter. Now this will, okay, am I making it up? We are using the that shop icon. This is where I'm taking this. You just search here and it will give here. So I will not make it up and confuse you. I will just post it here. And header is done. Okay, header is done. Now we need to create the main section, main, and main is given by the HTML itself, so we do not have to write like div and give it a class of main. We are creating the main and giving a class of main. Inside main, almost everything will happen that we are seeing on the website. So first of all, what we need the banner. So we are going to create the img, and we are going to give it a class of banner. And now source of images, img folder, and inside that folder we must have a banner if we are using. So the name of this banner is bnr.png. bnr.png. This is okay. Now in the alt section we have write banner. That's okay. Now underneath banner, what do we have? We have, I think we have this intro. We will do one thing. We will create a section for that. Okay, just section for the introduction of this thing. First of all, we have an s2 tag. It could be s213, whatever you like, you're liking, and we are going to give it a class or id. Let's give it an id of what should be that? Maybe title, title, title. I think that's what. Okay, now what is that? Welcome to, welcome to, what should be that? Welcome to organic foods. I think that makes sense. Now underneath this we need a p tag. Let's give that text like INTROTXT. P tag will be created, and we need to put some lorem ipsum maybe 120 should be okay. Press enter. Now guys, like I told you, for yeah, put in the extensions, look for lorem ipsum and install that thing. Things will be easy for you. You do not have to know. Underneath this, what do we need to write? We need to write a button. Bu button. We need to give it a class of intro button. And why I'm using the capital letter like that? Because it's a practice in programming where you put the every consecutive word in capital. That makes things easy visually for you. So what we download, guys, if I'm rushing, you can slow down. You can slow down the video, but start making, okay, just look at how things are flowing. And first I am creating the HTML. I have not even looked at this thing, but now I will do that. I will come to the HTML bare bones and look at the website that we are working. Here is a website that is done, and here is a website that is not done. The Here is the logo, here is the link, and all those things. Here is a banner, and up to this mark, we have few things on the page. We will change the font as well if it is not looking good right now, and we will be using the Google fonts. Do not worry about that. Okay, now what is the thing that we are going to do? We need to create those images where we are, like, let me tell you where are those images. Those images should be like this. Okay, first we have a kind of divider that is okay. So div dot divider means we will create a div, and that will have a class of divider. So inside that divider we need to put some text. So we will put some p tag, no, s2 tag maybe, and we will give it a class of div divide, just divide. And inside that, why I'm doing this, why I'm even creating this div, there's no need to put extra tags. I will just create the s2 tag, and inside that we will create, what is that thing, our products or shop. I could write products or shop or products. Yeah, I think our products is okay. Or products, our products is okay, fine. Now underneath this we need to create the shop, that area where we are displaying those three images. So that is our shop. I mean, we are going to create a section or a div. Let's create a section and give it a class of shop. Now inside this we are going to create a div of name box, a class, I mean a div with the class of box. It will create automatically. So inside this, what we need an image. So image can be, we have the image folder. Inside this we will need to use some image. I think I have this image f1 to f1 to see. Let's see if I have this image or not. I mean, we do not have to guess. We have to f1, oh no, 1 to, I will use this image. What image? 1 to fe and d. 1 to 1 to fe, and in the alt text I will use food image. Always use this, guys, and we will give it some width because the images are very big, so we need to control them right now only. Underneath this we have this, we are going to give an s3 tag, and we are going to give it a class. Maybe what should be that? Maybe product product name, and that can be um, organic organic just give it a I mean generic name. Now we need to create some text because we want to maybe give some description. So a p tag with product I mean, I'm making them very big because they should have a meaning. Okay, so underneath this, just like write some lorem ipsum, maybe 20 is okay, 20 is okay, 20 is okay, 25 is okay. Enter, and some lorem ipsum is added. Underneath this, guys, we have to create one more thing. That is, I think we need a button. Do we need a button? Do we need a button? Let me come back over here. We need a lot of things, guys. We need this input as well, and you have to be careful with this. So let's do that. We have to create a form. Don't get scared with it, okay? Just create a form. We have to give it a class also. Yeah, why not? PRIC, price. I mean, this form scares, okay? Just put submit or just leave it blank. Inside the form, which has a class of price, we need to create select. CLECT, this is select is given by the HTML itself, name, maybe food, ID, SELECT select. Inside this, we need to have options. Options, I think option, OPTI and option should be okay. And option first value should be food, maybe 01 and 01. I think that makes sense or not. Okay, and up till here, 2, 3. Let's see if that work or not. We will have to sort that out in the later section. Let's save this and come over here. No, not here, but here. Have we created something? Food image has not displayed. We have the name, we have the text, but food image is not displaying. Now this is writing food image because image could not be displayed, so that alt tag is writing something over here. Why that food image is not displayed here? 12fe, that will not display. We have to write jpg also because it's a JPEG image. Now it's making some sense to us. Now what we need to do? I think we need to duplicate this few times so we are not like uh, should we duplicate it now? Yeah, I think it's a time to duplicate it. So we will style that along. Okay, just don't worry. We will just have we done everything? No, we have to add that. I think we have to add the button also. Yes, so here is the form. Underneath the form we need add the button. I will not put it. So what should be the class of the button? Maybe bu by buy. That makes sense. So what should be, maybe we put the price 2.99 buy now. That should make sense. Okay, and I think we are done with it a bit. And let's see. So the name of this box, this thing is box. We will copy it and we will duplicate it. Let's see. You have to try things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. We will need to change the name of images as well, and the height is fine, but the images names should be different. Right now we are using just 12fe. Let's use 12fd. That's not okay. 12 12fc and maybe b, c and b. Yeah, okay. So here we have let's put c over here and save it. And where is the other box? We have just 2, we need 3. Let's see if we have 2 or 3, and let's come back. Guys, this thing must be making sense to you. If it is not making sense, okay, my sound source had gone very far. Okay, I'm sorry if the sound was bad, but it should make sense. Okay, we still need to change f uh, first section. So I think that section is here. This is the section over here. F here we have e. Here we will put, instead of e we will put something over here like e. This thing is taking too much time. I will just put b. Or okay, I'll just put b. I hope this is good now. Guys, if sound was bad, I'm sorry. I mean, you will be able to hear it, but might be there is some problem. I will check the video after completing it. Anyway, now we are done with this section. We now need to, I think, create that section for, what is that section? We are going to have a section for, after this we need a divide as well. Our products are done, buttons are there, and then we have today's recipes. So we need another divider. Here we have a divider. Where is the divider? We used an h2 and called it divide. We will call it divider. Why not? This guy should divide. Now after this section, we are putting divider again. Now after this we need a section for recipes. So we are going to create a section, SECTION section, RECEPI, RECEP, RECEPI. I'm sorry, I'm guys, maybe I'm wrong here, but we are not doing some grammar class. This is programming, okay? This is like we are designing, so we can be wrong, no problem. You can correct me, or I can see things later on. Now we need to create three 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 like boxes over here, so we will call that box one, no, our recipe one, so r1, div r1 dot r1 means div r1. Now inside this we need to have an image img. We are not giving it any class, we will just put the image, then the img, I mean that's the image source. Now we are going to use some image, maybe, oh why I'm just just write anything. I have done some images and I have given them some strange names, like the date today, and now we need to give it some image. Again, food imag, food image, and do we need to give it some width? I think yes, width should be 300 pixel. Let's try that. And do we need to give it a class? um, how about, why not, or img1. Let's try that. Underneath this we need to have one more thing. What is the name of that? We need to give it some name, maybe an s3 tag with a class is okay. Why not an id? So hash mark, let's give it a class name of rtitl. Title mean recipe title, and let's call smoothies. That's what we did over there, I think. Now underneath this we need some text as well, so we need to create, no, we need a button, button button. We are going to give that class recipe button, r button. That makes sense. Now inside this what we need to do, we have written over there, check it out. I think that's what we did. I think this thing is done. Now we need to duplicate this again. So we are going to duplicate the r1 div two more times, and we need to change the image name, but we will do that later on. Now come back to the HTML file, and let's see how it's looking right now here. Yes, something is happening, and now we need to create the footer as well. Yes, we are going to create the footer will be underneath the main section, so call footer, because this is given by the HTML, so do not have to create the divs and all those things. Give it a class of footer. I mean that makes sense. Now inside the footer we want to create those, we want to put those font awesome icons here, like here, Instagram, Twitter, and a herd. So how we are going to do that, like I copied it from here, we will create here, but I will create them like I have been doing them for long, so I know how to do that. So we need to give it a class. For font awesome brand we have to use fab. I think fab means font awesome brands, then fa dash tag or am Instagram. That's okay. Duplicate this, no, duplicate this by shift alt or shift option and down arrow. Now we need to put the Twitter, and underneath this we need to put herd, HEARD, herd, and herd will not come from FAB, it will come from FAR. FAR means font awesome regular. We will give them another class that will be icons. Why? Because we will need to style them a bit, like putting in the center and all those things. They have class, but they do not have a common class, FAB, but here is FAR. So we are giving them a common class. Just easy as it is, okay? Now HTML is done, guys. HTML is bare bones. It's what website is all about, but CSS is the thing that gives the style. Now first thing you have to do, you have to reset the browser defaults. What browser is doing, it's giving some margin and paddings by default. Means look here, it has given some, we do not want that, we want to remove that. Let's reset that, and like this, padding 0, margin 0. Now come back and look, those things are gone because we want to give them by ourselves. We do not want the browser to set them for us. Okay, we need to write the body here. We do not have to give any class or id to the body because css understands it, what is the body. So body is everything that is going in the website. So what does it need? It needs some canvas, it needs some height and width first. How much? 100%, but instead of writing percent we write vw, means view width. Height, how much? Automatic, I mean, just keep on going wherever our website takes. Do we need to give anything else here? Maybe not. We will set a poll over here later on. I mean, when we maybe we can do it now also, but let's not do that. Let's go to the header. We created a header and we gave it a class name of header. We need to give that a width as well. How much? How much? We will not make that 100%. We will make that 90% or 90 VW. I think 90 is still big. We will make it what should be 80. That is small, but we want to keep things in the center. Like here, you see things are in the center. They are looking fine. Oh, my sound force is going far away. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, now I need to be careful about this. Okay, that might have done some noise. Sorry about that. Now it's okay. Height, how much? Height, how about 120 pixels? Yeah, that's okay. Do we need a background? No, we do not need a background. We are using the default white background. We are going to put some border at the bottom. Border at the bottom. We are going to put 1 pixel solid, and we are giving a kind of very mild light color, triple E. That's okay. Header is done. We need to do one more thing. We need to put things. We have to give them some. Still nothing is happening, so we have to write this display flex. This thing is magic. Now see what happened. Oh my god, things are getting into shape, but we have to put one more thing, that is justify content space space. These are three options. Just try all of them and let's see how things work. These things are still not in the center. What is the problem? We have to align them. Align items center. Now see, they are in the center, but this thing is not in the dead center of the website. How we do that? We give the margin. We need to give some margin at the top. How much? Let's not give anything. Let's give it maybe nothing. And in the left and right, automatic means take whatever you want, and that takes it to the center. Now we need to give this margin at the bottom, so things at the bottom are not like bottom. Or why don't we give some padding? How much padding? Maybe 2%. I mean, that would not be okay with me. Yeah, I think that is not working. We need to give it some margin. Padding means inside and margin means outside. Just stay away from me means margin. I mean, I am taking the space myself. That is padding. That's it. Okay. Now header is it done? It is not done. Why it is not done? It is still not in the center, I think. Why it's not in the center? Margin. We do not have to use this thing over here. We have to use margin. Oh, margin bottom. Margin at the bottom. How much to be? 2%. Let's try that now. That is making sense. Okay, now we need to style those links. I mean, we will just go on styling also all those things. Okay, now header we have styled. We need to style these links, and they have a class of n links. What do they need? Dot nlinks n links. Then they currently they have an underline. We need to remove that. Text decoration, that is what we use, that should be none. And what else we need? We need to give them some space. They are stacked to each other, so what we do, we give some padding, maybe 40 pixels. Come back. It's done. And font is okay, still increase the font size. Font dash size. Oh, font size maybe 1.2 m. You could write 18 pixels, 16 pixel, 14 pixel, whatever you want. We will change the font also, do not worry about that. We now need to style the main, that has a class name of main. First of all, what does it need? Just like the header, we need to give it some weight. What should be that? Equal to the header, that's 80 VW, 80%. And now the height, just automatic. What else we need? We need to put it in the center. How what's that? What is that? Margin. What we are going to do, 2% at top, and then automatic to put things in the center. Things are happening now, you see. Now what we need to do, we need to give some here we have the banner. Where is the banner? Where is the banner? Where is the banner? We should find that out now. Okay, banner, it needs a margin at bottom. Banner dot ba, banner, it needs margin bottom. How much? Maybe maybe 4%. Yeah, 4%, because we want to, what was that? Okay, so that it's spaced out. It's not like that. Looks okay. That looks okay. Now we have this what is the name of this text? Intro. That is the an id of title. So id is like hash mark, title. And what does it need? It needs a margin at bottom. Margin dash bottom. How much? Maybe 2%. Let's see if that worked. That has worked. Now we need to give some style to the button. What's the name of this button? What is the name of this button? This name is, I think, where I'm looking for this button. Intro btn. Is it an id? Oh my god, where is this? It's a class. Intro btn. Yeah, it's a class. So it's dot intro btn. Have I written like this? Is b capital? Yeah, that's okay. Now it needs a width. How much is okay? Maybe 200 pixels. That will be insane. Oh my god, what I'm doing? What I am doing? 200 pixels. Height should be maybe 40 pixels. How about 40 pixels? Yes, that should work. And it does need some padding as well. Padding. How about 4 pixels? And we need to make it rounded. So border radius maybe 8 pixels. And we need to give it some background as well. But we do not want it to have a border. Let's see how it's looking right now. This button has not got any styling. Maybe we have done something absolutely wrong. Let's come back over here and button class intro btn. What have I done? Intro intro btn. Is it a class? Am I even doing the right thing over here? intro btn. I will just copy this thing from here so that I'm not making some mistakes. Intro btn. It has a width, height, and all those things. Let's save it and come back. Oh my god, it's doing something now. We do not want this kind of ugly grayish border that's making things, that's taking things. So border should be none. That means it should have no border, and we want a background as well. So background color should be maybe a kind of ah, green, but we will not use kind of this green. We will use kind of a teal color. That's okay. I think if I come back now, that's looking okay. We need to give some font size as well, because this font is very small. Font size maybe 1 m, and we need to give the color as well to the font, so we will use white. That could be hash fff. That's making sense, but we need to change the color. It's very very very, what do you call that, very bright. We need some subtle colors, and that's making some sense. We need to give it some margin at top. Margin top maybe 2%. Let's see how that works. That's making some sense. Now what we need to do, we need to style our shop section. This is the shop where we have these three images. So let's come to the CSS file, and where is the shop? We did this. Now we have the divider. Do we need to style the divider here? Let's give that some style. divider. It's a class divider divider. Let's what are we going to do this? What we are going to do this? We are going to align the text in the center, and we are going to give it some padding because we want to put things away from, we want to give it some self-contained padding. Just padding means so it has some space. Let's give for 8 pixels. Let's try that. I mean, that may not work right now. That didn't work. We need to give it some padding, maybe 12 pixels. What am I doing? What I am doing? What I'm doing? I think we need to create a div over here. Let's call 40 pixels. I think this is going wrong. This is going okay. Do not worry. Now our products, they need styling. So shop, it should have a margin first. What is the name of this thing? It's a shop indeed, and this is a class dot shop. We need to give it some margin at the top because it's getting touched at the top. margin margin top. How much? 5% should work. And we need to give some margin at the bottom. Why? No. And we need to give it some, no, let's not style the shop first. The source is going again and again. Let's not style the shop first. We need to style the boxes first. I think the name of that box was R1. Is it so? What is the name of that box? No, it's just the box. Okay, so I will just box box. I will give the styling to one and they will be applied to all because we have given the class common class name to all of them. So our box now needs some styling. What is that styling? We need to make it, good looking. What is our box doing over here? It's looking fine. Why don't we give it some style? I think we need to put the image out of the box class. This is getting a bit, what can I say? Let me do one thing. I created a div here like price tag. Okay, I'll create price tag. Guys, you make the mistakes and then you correct them. Okay, that's how it happens. And I will put all this form and all those things inside this, but still we are inside the box. Now we need to give this box display display flex. Let's see. Things are going to there now. I will take care of them, do not worry. Now I will need to give it some width. Let's see if that works. 300 pixels. Oh my god, that has taken things out of proportion. Something is not going good here. Let's not give it the display flex. Display flex is okay, but we also need to give that price tag display flex as well. Display, because we want them to display differently over here. So how we are going to do that? We are going to flex direction, flex flex direction column. If I do that, they will be displayed like this. I will style them, and now we need to give some margin to the image, and that image is inside the box. So box img should have a margin on the right side. How much it should be? Maybe 4%. How about this? Now this will be spaced a bit. Now we want to give the this price tag of breadth, width. Width, how much? Maybe 300 pixels or maybe 400 pixels. Things are making sense now. Maybe 400 pixels should work. It's working now. Now what we need to do, we have given some styling to the button already, so we will copy that style from here and we will apply this to the button over here. What is the name of this button? The name of button over here is buy. Just buy, bu buy, dot bu buy, and let's see if that work or not. That is working. We want to change its color to maybe some salmon, or maybe I have to be fast, guys. I think I'm here taking too much time. You can speed up the video, guys. Okay, just do not worry. Why those buttons are not taking the style, I will take care of them, because they are not following the things are like I want. Now I want to style this the select also. I have given this class to the select. This thing over here, it has a class of select. No, it has an id of select. So select select. What I'm going to do, it needs a width, width width. How much we are going to do? 200 pixels is okay, because that's also the length of the button. We need to give it some height as well. Height, how about 40 pixels? And we need to give it some border, yes, because we are not giving it any kind of 1 pixel solid. Let's go with the white black 000, that means. And now we need to give it some padding also, because we do not want things to be like compressed. We need to make it rounded, so we are going to give it border radius maybe 6 pixels. That will be hues. It got the style. Now this needs some spacing. Okay, so but why other things are not taking this styling? I have to take care of them. I will do one thing. I will come back over here and I will remove them, because I did some changes in the first one and I have not done those changes in the other one. So I will need to command C, command V, command V. Let's come back, and yes, they are kind of displaying now, but things are like they need some change. They need some styling. So we are going to style the shop now. What kind of styling that will need? We need to put that into we need to give some we need to give some margin at the bottom. Shop, where is the shop? Where is the shop? Where have we left that? No, we have removed that. We will come again here, shop shop, and now what is that? What is that? Dot shop shop margin bottom. How much? Maybe 4%. Now these things will not be. Oh my god, what's happening? Margin bottom 4%. Not like that. It should be box. Now they are styled, and what else we need? I think we need to give them some height, and we need to put them in the center as well. So how is that going to happen? We are going to put the shop dot shop shop. Guys, I'll be putting the whole code in the description, so just don't worry. You can just look at this display flex. Let's see if that makes some sense or not. But we do not want them to be displayed like this. We want to display them like, we will make this flex wrap, flex flex wrap. It should be wrap. It is happening now. Now we want to put them in the center. So how is that going to happen? We have to put maybe align items, align items, center. Oh, what is that? Guys, you have to try things and see how it works or not. And now the flex direction column, that should put the things in the center. Okay, and do we need anything else? They are they are like not having that kind of space. They are kind of stacked. So what we do, we'll come back to the HTML, and instead of 300, maybe make them 360. I mean, there is nothing that stops us from doing something. Okay, and we have to do it one more time. Where is the other one? 360 pixels. Like I told you, you can speed up the video. You can, where you are getting confused, you can pause and see the things. I'm doing it from ground up. I mean, you do the mistakes, then you correct them. Things are making sense, but these things are still not going well. And what is the name of this section? This section's name is price tag. So where is this price tag? Where is this price tag? It has a width, and flux direction is column, and it should have justify content space evenly are between. Let's try that. Things are kind of working now, but let's try that space between. It's making some sense. Okay, yeah, it's making some sense. We can just, maybe we can just change the height and width, and that's not a problem. Now we need to style this thing. This thing is, where is this thing? This or recipes. This recipes is inside this thing. We have another. Oh, this thing has gone. Just forget that section. Okay, that section is done now. Now, or products. No, that is the divider. Okay, we need to put the divider again. Have we put the divider again here? Is the divider coming here? Yeah, the divider is here. So I think instead of products, we need to put RECEPI. Yes, I am sure this is wrong, but recipes. I'm going to put a font also, guys. I will put the font because this might be getting confused. I'll be using some nice font over here. I have selected a font already. How you select the font? Just look for any font on Google Fonts. Use the Google Fonts. This is the standard. Everyone is using that. Now click on the plus button, and this will display over here. Now come over here, click on this import, do smart things, and you have to write this thing inside your CSS file at the top. Come over here and like this, put this here, saved it. Now come back again. Now you need to copy this thing. We need to give this font to the whole family, whole body. Okay, if we were giving it to something just specially, we had to put it over there, but since we are giving it to the everything, so we are going to put the font family inside body. Save this now, and come back now, and you will like the font, because the current font is very, oh my god, I don't like this font. I don't like this font. I honestly don't like this font. I definitely don't like that font. I am going to search for another font. How about this Siraka? I think that will not look good. Okay, now I will waste some time just looking for a good font. That will waste some time. Pacifico, how about Pacifico? That is not readable much. Oh, that's wasting some time. That is wasting some time. But anyway, guys, this is important because font is important. Okay, what is the font that I have used in my earlier website? I will just look for that. Oh my god, I will just. It's the same font. Now what's the problem? Oh my god, what's the problem? Let me save it again and come back over here. Let's see. Uh, yeah, it's looking fine. Yeah, it's looking fine. Now what we need to style these things, but first we have to look for where it is. Where is this thing? Recipes, section class recipes. whole thing is recipes, so we need to access recipes. It's a class. I don't know the spells of recipes, so I will just copy it from here. And guys, I might have taken a long time to make this, but guys, remember, you have to do things smartly. And display flags mean this will put them like horizontally, then justify them, justify content, space between line items. Maybe we do not need to write this, but let's write it anyway. Now we need to style the recipes individually. They are like displayed like that. Now we need to make them kind of rounded. Okay, I think how we are going to access that. The name of that is r1 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 dot what is that, dot r1. If we give it some, no, we need to access the r img1 because we want to give the style to the image. So r img1, it should have a width of how much 3 or 280 pixels, and height of 280 pixels again, because we want to make it a circle, so we need to give border radius of 50%. That will make it rounded, and we need to put things in the center. So how we are going to do that? Text dash align in this, no, that's not here. We have to do that inside r1. This is the name of the container of these images and text. And again, we have a button over here that our button, we need to give it a style to. So just access that rbtn, and we are going to style. We will just copy the style from here like this. Maybe we will make it bit smaller, and instead of 40 we will make it 32 maybe. And color, instead of this we will give it some kind of yellowish. Let's see. That is making some sense, but why they are not rounded? We need to do something. Who will write this pixels? They are rounded. We need to change the image names. I mean, you can do that like anytime. F, how about I, how about, let's see if this is making sense. I, that's making sense. Okay, let's, but I will need to change the button color. I'm not liking that color. That is not the color our website is having. Come to the red kind of, and let's go with this. I have to quit. Okay, and I think this button is a bit small. How about increasing its height, maybe 36 pixels? Okay, that seems fine. Okay, now we need to create the footer. We already have created the footer. We need to access that by like this. It has a class of footer. It needs a width as well. Width should be 100%, so 100 bw. Height, whatever we want. How about 120 pixels? And we need to give it some background as well. Background, let's give it kind of aqua background for now, and we need to put the color of the text that is going to be inside it to be white. And what else? Let's see. I don't like this thing like it is happening now. So why these things are not getting inside it? They are outside the footer. We need to put them inside the footer, and now they will look like this. We need to put them in the center. How we are going to do that? We are going to write text dash line center, and to put them in the horizontal center, oh, vertical center, we have to put line height. How much? That will be the height of the parent, that is 120 pixels. We need to change the background as well. So what is the background? We don't like this. We will put some kind of subtle blue. Okay, that makes sense. And now we need to give them space, those icons some space. We gave them a common class, that is icon.icon. Come to the CSS file. Guys, I am rushing, but you do not have to rush. You have to understand the things. So give them some padding, maybe 40 pixels. That should make some sense. Yes, it is making sense. So we have achieved something. Okay, guys, and yeah, You have come up with a website that looks nice. We have used the font awesome, we have used the flexbox, we have used the Google fonts, we have used some nice CSS, and practice, okay, and do it again and again. That will be like you will get the confidence like to make some clean looking websites, and you can add so many things to this to make it truly amazing. And I will be uploading all the sources, all the, and I will also be uploading the live version of this website through GitHub, and you will be able to view that as well. Thank you guys. Give me a like and subscribe maybe, and do ask me questions. I will be happy to help you. Thank you. Have a great day.